Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our Microsoft Fabric video series where I am helping you prep for the DP600 exam. Today, we're going to be diving into data gateways. But first, if you're new here and you like this video, or if you like the topic, why don't you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button for more Fabric and Microsoft Power BI content. All right, so let's jump in. When it comes to Microsoft Power BI and Fabric, data gateways play a crucial role. They help bridge the gap between data sources and the Fabric and Power BI service. But what are they and why are they so important? Let's go ahead and let's break it down. All right, first let's try to define data gateways. Simply put, data gateways are bridges that connect between your on-premise data source and your cloud services or other analytics platforms. So in this case, here we have a simple diagram on the screen. We have our on-premise data sources, like maybe file shares or servers, that are then connecting up to the cloud, or in our case, Fabric or Power BI. With Microsoft Fabric, there's really three types of data gateways that we can use, or not only with Microsoft Fabric, but also with Power BI. So let's talk through those three data gateways. First, we have our normal on-premise standard mode data gateway. This data gateway is normally installed on an always-on virtual machine that's within the on-premise network, and it's connected to those on-premise services, as well as if you're using web scraping or something that requires a browser component, it would be used to scrape that. And then it can be used by multiple users within your workspace for Power BI semantic models, data flows, data pipelines, and paginated reports, and within the Power Platform. So that's an on-premise standard data gateway. That's the first of the three data gateways. The next type of data gateway is a personal data gateway. This is a data gateway that you typically install on your laptop that you use to connect your on-premise data services like Excel files, SharePoint, that kind of thing, to the Microsoft Fabric workspace. And finally, the third type of data gateway is a virtual network gateway, which is typically where you are using a virtual network to connect to privately managed data sources kind of within another virtual network. So typically these would be Azure resources to then give visibility to that data to, for example, the workspace or the Power Platform. Now, let's go back up here to our on-premise data gateway and let's talk clustering. So as you might notice in this on-premise data gateway, you can have multiple users. And if you have too many users trying to refresh too many things through a data gateway, it'll crash. Clustering, however, is the technique of basically setting up multiple always-on virtual machines as nodes and then grouping them together in a cluster to ensure high availability and load balancing. This allows you to distribute the data load evenly, typically preventing a single data gateway from becoming a bottleneck. This setup not only normally enhances performance, but also provides redundancy. So if one of these, for example, virtual machines in the cluster shuts down, the other can, kind of step up and take the load. Clustering is typically very useful in organizations with high data volume and critical data needs. All right, so there you have it. We have taken a quick look at what data gateways are. They're used for bringing data up from your on-premise services, typically into your cloud. The three different types of data gateways available for Microsoft Fabric and Power BI, and how clustering can help with their performance when you're dealing with a lot of users trying to move a lot of data. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And as always, you'll find the resources that I found and researched on this topic and took these images from linked down in the description below. Feel free to leave a question or comment below if you have any additional questions. Thank you for watching.